We're like taking journey down memory lane, remembering like old stuff like Macromedia and HyperCard. Um, Metadata. What is it? What is metadata, and why do you care? I don't know. Let's ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT knows all. What is metadata? It's data about the data. That's so meta. Metadata is data that provides information about other data. Wow. My mind was blown. In other words, it's data about data. It used to provide documentation for data products. In basic form, metadata answers who, what, when, where, why, and how about everything facet of the data. Who made it, where it come from. For example, in a photo, metadata is about where it was. Oh no, I've given up my location. So that's what metadata is. But related to HTML, where does the metadata go? And the answer to that is right here inside of the head element. Notice it's head element, not header, not heading, head. Okay, so inside of the head element is an element called title. In our code that we've been working on, you'll see that right away. There's a title down there, so I change that to Hello World. And autosave, then you'll see that pop up on our website here. There's videos about how to set all this up in other places. See here it says Hello World as the title of the page. Apparently, metadata is considered, the title is considered metadata, even though it's very common to have a heading match the title. Not always, right? We don't have this yet. You don't know about how to do this, but this would be common. So I just want to throw one of these out there at you. If I can do it right. Just to give you a sense of it. So there, Hello World and Hello World match the title, but those are two different things. So the metadata for the title, which is enclosed in the beginning and ending title tags, or the starting and ending, is in there. Now we have other metadata in here too. And this actually has the meta keyword. And I want to spend a little bit of time talking about this. So actually, I'm just going to tell you that this metadata should be the kind of metadata you should just add standard. Again, the way we got this is we started HTML5 and we picked the template that was provided for us. But it is pretty safe to say that having these two things is very important if you want it to be consistent. The extent of this video is to cover the things that are necessary to make a web page document, not an app. There's considerably more metadata that needs to be added if you're making an app of any kind, anything that uses JavaScript. When you're just creating something that's going to be a document, then you just need to tell the document what kind of characters are being used. That's what this is. And, how the viewport should be viewed on a phone or elsewhere. And you can look up what those individual metadata types are about. There's another metadata tag to automatically redirect the page to another page. And again, you can read about all the metadata tags in the standard. And I mean, I would start with the standard. If you want further, elucidation about what is in the standard, you feel free to go to wherever you want, the Mozilla Developer Network, to HTML, W3 Schools, or whatever, Free Code Camp. But start with the standard, and then if you need more explanation, come look at that. So here we go. Here's the title element. You can read about it here. The head has no other title element. Text it gives you the very, very down and dirty details about it. We are not going to talk about the base element or the link element for now. These are things that are related to other stuff. We will talk about base when we talk about linking later. The base, I guess we can talk about it. The base just tells the web browser where this should be considered in terms for referencing, like when we're trying to link to some other thing. So for example, base, this is the URL where this thing lives, and that tells the browser what it should already kind of know based on where it's at. And it's using a syntax from URL links, which we have not yet talked about. We'll talk about it when we talk about links, using an href, which is a very specific attribute used in hyperlinks, and that's what this anchor tag is right here. So those are the base metadatas that you need. The other ones will be talked about in other videos, particularly the style. We are not going to talk about the style element until we talk about CSS, which changes the look and feel of a page, and that we're going to skip that for now. So that is it. That is it for metadata. There's not much to know. There's meta, and if you want to understand UTF-8, there's another video on Unicode. We'll do that. But you know, that's it. That's it. The main thing is title, right? You got to change the title, and that's how you do it. And by the way, if you dynamically change that title with the script, it'll change the title live too, right where it's there, and you can do some fun things with that. So have a look at that.